Welcome back everybody for the 5th race of the Manufacturers Cup. And right now, as you can see, we're coming to the end of qualifying just to see how we finished on the qualifying and our starting position on the grid. And to be honest, we didn't do too bad. We placed in a nice position, which I'm pretty sure was 6th place. I think at the end of it we dropped down one more from 5th to 6th. And there you go. And that was our final position, which ain't too bad. So up in the top half of the pack. And we'll get straight into the race now. Well, this is race 5 at Blue Moon Bay Speedway. And we actually make a little bit of a mistake here. If you watch at the bottom, we forgot to change gear. So we rev out first, which doesn't help us, as 7th place is right on our tail now going into the first corner. It just makes it that little bit more difficult and means that we've got to battle straight away to try and keep them behind. As we have a little bit of a slide there, take a bump into the back and get damage. So straight away the race is definitely not off to a good start as we lose positions on them in front. But look, we actually stay in front here and keep the position and try our best now to keep these guys behind. It's like 4 cars right behind. Big gap has happened in front, it's emerged, so we're just going to try and get back on the tail of that, but take a little bump there, lose a position, and just carrying into the race now and try not to make mistakes. So we give them a little bump. We're still on cold tires, which we apologized for, but everybody, I know everybody in this race is clean racers, so as they hit the wall behind and take a penalty. But these sort of things happen at the start of the race. Until the race starts to emerge and gaps start to build up, you're going to end up bumping into each other. So let's get into the race, guys. So coming into the end of the third, up to the 4th lap, and as you'll see here, we come around this turn and we take a little bump there. But again, sometimes people miss their braking. It's not a problem. We don't do revenge unless you're a real dirty driver. We are not doing revenge punting, and we're just trying to get the position back here. We get a little good run out of that corner. Coming into the 4th lap here, and this basically stays the way it is. We're trying to make him not be in the slip there, and we'll see from 7th place's position behind, watching us battle. As you can see, there's really hardly any space given here. As soon as someone's in your slip, that's it, they're going to be on your tail. And we're just trying to catch up with this pack in front. Still in 5th here, just getting into our flow. And everybody makes mistakes at the start of the race. That's no problem. You just got to get into your groove and try and keep it as clean as possible. As we cover the inside there, 6th place is right on our tail. We are actually starting to gain on this pack in front a little bit, which is good. Hopefully we can get into their slip. They're still quite far away, but as you can see there, nice clean lap with pressure. And 6th place now is going to get the slipstream and be right back on our tail again. As you can see there, someone else has pitted, so someone's chose to pit in on the 4th. There's a lot of different strategies in this one. Some people didn't change tyres, some people did change tyres, but overall an absolutely brilliant race, really competitive. A few bumps and knocks here and there, but brilliant racing overall from everyone. Everyone in these lobbies over this Manufacturers Cup has been absolutely brilliant. Clean racing and very, very competitive. So as you can see, we've picked up a penalty by touching the wall there, and we're going to look from the guy in front's perspective looking back at us, as we now have to apply the pressure, try and keep with 4th and stay on their tail, try and keep as close as possible. Even though we do have a penalty, we take a little slide there. We do have a penalty as well, so we want to try and be as close as possible at the time of paying this penalty, so that we don't lose out too much. If we could get past, we will, but don't think that's going to happen. So we're just going to stay on his tail, try and get as close as possible as we get up the inside there. We're going to have to pay this penalty and probably lose another position, as he hits the wall there and actually picks up a penalty in front as well. So, and as you see, 6 has now became 5th place. We're now in 6th, and just try and keep the pressure on, as we know that guy's going to have to pay a penalty as well. So just stay with 5th, and hopefully we can get back up to 4th place and get our positions back. So as we get into the 8th lap now, guys, we've managed to pull it back and get close to these guys. So it's us 3 here having a battle. We take a little bump there again. Just trying to stay with this guy. Make sure we make no mistakes. Super competitive. And as you can see, he's only 200 behind, not even half a second behind, right on our tail. But the guy in 7th is actually a second behind them, so it's only us three here right now, battling it out as we cover the inside again. And as you can see, we have made up a little bit of ground on that pack in front. Not enough, but made up a little bit. And just keeping it clean, trying to not make any mistakes as we get to this last corner. Stay on this guy's tail. Hopefully we can pick this position back up down the straight. So a little bit of a sloppy start to this lap 9, bit sloppy on the first few corners, so we've lost out on a position or two, but we're still on their tail, which is the main thing, trying to stay inside their slip. And it's about to get a lot worse for me, guys, as we come into this last corner. And watch this as we come in here a little bit too tight, and we hit the wall, hit the next wall, damage. So what that means is I've made the decision now, because of that damage, I'm going to pit in and change tires now, which is earlier than I would have liked to, but that's not a problem. Nearly cross over the line there as well, nearly get a 3-second penalty. So basically now we're out in, wouldn't say no man's land, but there's no one around us to give any bump draft or anything, so we just got to be as clean as possible, get through this lap and try and be fast, because you never know who's going to pit in or when they're going to pit in. So all you've got to do now at this moment is just try and be fast and clean, and hopefully we can pick up back a few more positions. As you can see, 13th right now, but we're not even halfway through the middle of the race, so still got a lot of laps left to go as we keep it super clean through here. And what we're going to do at the end of this lap, we're going to jump forward, because basically for 6-7 laps this is the same thing. What happens is just us pushing with no one around us and a few people pitting in, but nothing, no racing going on, no one near us. So we're just going to fast forward up to, I'm pretty sure it's the 18th or 19th lap we'll forward to. And yeah, so the start of the 19th lap here, we're up to 8th now, and that's only down to people pitting in. And in front, someone slides out there, so we're just going to try and get on the back of them and hopefully stay with them and start to pick up a few more positions into the later part of this race. So this is where the race starts to get interesting, guys. We're into the last few laps now, 3 laps left, and we're just trying to catch up with this guy in front. But up ahead we've got second place, who hasn't pitted yet and will pit, I'm pretty sure, on this lap here. So we're going to see how close this is between me and second place, as we've just been pushing, trying to get on the back end. As you can see, we're getting right close here. Porsche is brilliant in the corners, it's not that great on the straights. As we're getting closer, and as you can see in the top right there, they've pitted in, and I'm not sure if they changed tyres or not, but we're going to be coming down the back straight now, and we're just out of these guys' slip here. I was having that last corner just wasn't the best for me. I wasn't getting used to it no matter what happened, and don't think they did change tyres. Nope, they came back out on the same tyres, and as you can see there on the big screen in the bottom left, it kind of put me off as they unghosted, so I had to stay around the outside and just tuck in behind them and hopefully take that position back as we come through this corner. And if you watch here, I brake, let off, they brake, and I give them a little tap, unfortunately sends them off. But we're in a cup race, so I'm not going to be waiting for nobody, to be quite honest. I'm going to try and get the best position I can, and it's unfortunate as it was just a missed timing on the braking between both of us as I tried to tuck up the inside. I thought they was going to roll around the corner, but they went on the brakes. And again, someone else there now pitting in on the second to last lap. So a lot of different strategies for this race, guys. And again, it's racing, we're not perfect, no one's perfect, we all make mistakes. As you can see in the top right, they've picked up a 5.5 second penalty as well, which won't help them. And what we're going to do is just try and get with that pack in front, and hopefully we could pick up 1 more place, 2 more places if we can get close enough in this last lap, as they're starting to battle a little bit, and finish the race in a good position, hopefully back where we started. So coming into the back straight now, we was unable to pick up any positions, and as you can see up in front, there's literally 4 cars within a second of me right there. Look at that. So could have easily been, without a few mistakes, a 5th, 4th place finish. We come through the line for a P7, and that was our race done. And guys, hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you do, please don't forget to leave a like, and if you could subscribe as well. We've got all the cup races coming up, and we're going to start editing more videos and getting them up for you quicker. And as you can see there, finished in P7, and tell everybody well done for the clean racing. And there you go, guys. We'll see you in the next one. Take care and race clean.